to understand the pattern so he can perfectly predict when to do so. Because again, yesterday, he played the Kaja, that divine judgment that basically won them the game came from, the big player, AKOSI Dogie, in this case.
That's right, a big boss coming with big plays. This is where we go in for the bans. So Selena as well as Cho won't be seeing any sort of action in the Land of Dawn. Well, Arlie being taken out, as this seems to be one of the key picks that has been played by many of the teams that have been playing in the Creator Games regionals, at the very least. No Benedetta so far. So today, I think it has been like, what, 100% ban rate on this Benedetta, or was there a game that was being left out in the open and they didn't even actually going for that pick?
See, that's the thing. With the 6 ban system, you can't get everything in one shot. With the 10 ban system, at least you get 3 bans within the first phase. But now you only get 2. You will lose out on some stuff, and in this case, it's going to be X-Bar. Hopefully that doesn't hurt them. Okay. Team has done their research. Yesterday, TERCEMAR did whip out the link, so denying it from Pixie here, Claudia Pixie, is going to be a little unfortunate, but it doesn't mean that she's completely out of this game.
That's right.
There's the Paquito.
Finally, I've been waiting for this for quite some time, and we do expect the sun to still be shown from time to time. And let's talk through about some of all this engagement setups, right? Like we got Sun as well as the Export. Any of them can actually go dive head first and still walk away out alive, especially when Export does complete the immortality. So that gives him so much more room. But the problem is, who's gonna get hold of this link? So they have to invest in more effort. And I was talking about what pure tank meta is really a thing, but Akai can still play a little bit more of a supportive role, so it's not all too bad either way with the hard get nats. And now J comes in with a claw.
See, look how very meta composition coming out from Team, which is to be expected after what we've learned from yesterday, and as well as the nationals on top of that. So now we're moving into the second ban phase. Based on what we're seeing here, I do like the direction that the TERCEMAR is actually going for, because again, it's going to be super tough for Ling to go and assassinate the Sun when he's not entirely sure which one is which. And let's say, in a perfect world, Sun, no cooldowns, no doppelgangers, he's all by himself. He has Anapapa to take care of him with the Akai.
Yeah, well, Anak Papa, you guys need direct translation. That is Chong. I don't know if that is little girl or that is little boy, but it's fine. That is cool. So no Diggy. So AKOSI Dogie gotta look for something else to play. Jawhead's still available though. I think Jawhead's pretty good.
Jawhead's good. Kaja is also not too bad in this particular situation, but I do like the idea that TERCEMAR are getting rid of the counter picks of the Akai, because Akai is pretty much the only thing that's going to be able to not only disrupt Ling, but also the Claude as well, as of right now.
But the problem is that to pull off a perfect Hurricane Dance, you need to actually fight in very tight angles inside the jungle to be able to do that. If it's something as wide as the Turtle Pit or the Lord Pit, it's a lot harder to do. So Kagura seems to be a very sensible choice overall. Now, Roger. Okay, Roger is a really good pick right now. His sustain, absolutely insane. Going in towards the late game, even better.
Yeah, I think, pretty standard meta composition coming in from both sides. Really smart ideations as well. Team, they do lock in the Kagura as a way to kind of be like, okay, if things are going bad, at least we have the Yin-Yang Overturn to try and disengage, or maybe even use it to kind of slow people down from their engagement, mainly looking at that Akai.
Yeah, now, final pick though. They've already got quite a number of burst damage, but the thing is they need a solid setup to actually get things going for them. So the final pick is going to be ultra important for our team. So,
still
what's it going to be?
Jawhead or Kaja, that's what I'm leaning more towards. They could go arguably for a Kufra as well, but it's kind of tough to say.
Confirmed.
Oh, okay.
You know what? Bring out the classic. I actually kind of like this.
Yeah, and I guess he just want to do a little bit of a cosplay of Eruption, because he looks like the Rock of the Philippines. So, yeah, if he's listening right now,
we love you, Eruption.
We love you. We admire your splendid build, and Well, I guess so does Doggy.
You know, recently I learned that Eruption actually played for the national Philippine rugby team at a certain point, and they were called the Volcanoes, and that's how he got the name Eruption.
Yeah.
Fun fact, you know, these are weird things that I just happen to know sometimes.
Yeah, and I read the same thing, and I was like, wow, okay.
Makes a lot of sense.
People ask me why am I Contra. I guess sometimes I contradict myself.
Stop it! Stop it! You're cracking me up. You're cracking me up. Let's get into this game. TERCEMAR on the blue side, team from the Philippines on the red side. Let's get this game going.
Shall we get to what Fatal 5-Way is?
I don't want to talk about it, man. I've explained it so many times. So many times.
It's alright, it's alright. I guess whenever there's a downtime, we'll get to that.
But see, that's the ironic thing, right? People think it's from a cool place, both of our names, and then we tell them exactly where it comes from, and they're like, oh, it's such a letdown. There's no cool story to it.
Right. I mean, like, we wish there was, but there's no reason why we're not stars. We're just narrators of the whole thing. But then again, I'm happy doing so.
Oh, that's true. Maybe if we change our IGNs to something weird, like Daddy's Boy or Bad Boy or something like that.
Too generic. Like, I don't know, Bad Boy.
Champ?
Like, are you gonna turn to Will Smith one time?
Stop. You're killing me. You're killing me here. All right, let's get into the game. Now that it has started, we can see the lane assignments and more importantly, how this is going to go. Hopefully we don't get some early first bloods because usually we miss that out within the first, 30 seconds. Something could have gone wrong.
Yeah, and Papa is just going to pay a little bit of a visit over onto the boat. Meanwhile, AKOSI Dogie's running for his life, getting survival. Aaron just goes in for a slight save. Goodness gracious. Great coverage.
That's great. That's really, really great. I mean, like, for Dogie, he's already hit his level 2. He didn't really lose too much off of it. He's just going to recall. That's all part of the play. But more importantly is slowing down the junglers here. And it's happening on both sides. Both having to use their retributions really, really early. Whoa, go! How did he get so low?
Oh, boy. Pepe is now getting flanked upon on a bite as well as on a papa comes. One ticket and a half left, and this is where he cannot survive. First blood going to on a bite.
Oh my goodness. I'm pretty sure you guys at home were holding your breath just like how we were holding our breath. Ooh. That was a big play coming out from Ja here. Man, the heavy left hand, the damage reduction, a little bit of shields that you get might have made him survive the situation, but at the end of the day, range is always going to be an issue. Now, we're seeing Roger jump straight away onto Aaron. Aaron holding on to his abilities, knowing that the life account is still up, has got now in so much trouble. They're gonna die for sure. They get the slay, they get the kill. H2O coming in with the Blade of Tempest, gets the initial trade. Does he want to go for more though? And it looks like he's just going to back away. Nice team play from both sides.
This is the kind of aggression that we want to see, and oh boy, Papa's got to run. Papa's gonna flicker as well. And here comes Blast Insanity!
And they get the kill onto Aaron. Unfortunately, this does mean they have priority over Turtle. However, look at the health totals. They're so low at this point in time. And Purple Buff did just respawn, allowing Baga to actually get onto it and just continue his farming spree. Ling, is able to rotate fast, so no big deal at the end of the day.
Yep, and this is where, this is a very slight reset, and we do expect more rotation heading in towards the top corner of the map. Are they now heading towards mid? H2O still going with some disruption. He does have Tempest available, so it's more of like the timing of the usage. Papa's still level 3, so they got to make sure that they get the Hurricane Dance up online, and that's where TERCEMAR can actually contribute more when it comes down to full commitments to team fight. So imagine this, over on Turtle Pit, it's just going to be a little bit more hectic for the likes of team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I think it's going to be even more difficult considering the way that they're rotating here. They want to go towards that top side. Lunox and X4 are aware of this because Anapapa is actually opening up the map for them. They've got the vision. The darkening's coming through. Jape, unfortunately, biting the floor. Oh, that's got to be so frustrating. Literally, even with the flicker, it just was not enough to get away from Anakbai.
I just love the fact that TERCEMAR is just using all this early game potential to really do wonders when it comes down to poke. And then after that, set up a beautiful dive. Now we got a Demon Hunter Sword on the sun. So, Anapolis It's just going to be securing a little bit more of the vision over on towards the enemy side. H2O getting flushed out.
He lost 50% of his HP from one ultimate from Sun and one doppelganger as well. So that is a shocking amount of damage. Wasn't really expecting that, but hey, he did have high and dry, so that probably explains the extra bit of power.
Oh boy. No, Dogie's in a really tight spot. Here comes H2O though, forcing a flicker away. Anabai does not really have all too much mana to work with. So that flicker was pulled into his current point in time. Here comes Polos as well. This is just going to be a clone.
Yeah, I think for now, you can definitely tell from Team, they understand that it's like, okay, this is going to be our weakest point in the game. We just need to get our first couple of first item, and then we can start looking for that big contestation. Or if we find a potential pick out the Anapapa, they want to continue pushing on forward with this. Doesn't look like they are, but somebody needs to stop Anagal from getting away with this. He has the immortality, last insanity, gonna break the Firaga armor, getting a good chunk onto the Paquito for now, but again, no full commitment from team.
And H2O actually managed to steal. He's already in position. Oh, easy steal! Comes right through. Papa goes in for the Hurricane Dance. Meanwhile, H2O still going for the hunt. Puck is now being stuck in the corner of the wall. And Papa, there comes the Tempest. Does not really land. But H2O is stuck under the turret. Will fly away. Oh, big risk. But they were rewarded nonetheless. But there is more blows that they have taken. Now it's 6-1. TERCEMAR still holding on to his goal lead as much as they lost the turtle.
Whoa, that was close. That was way too close for comfort, but they did end up getting that kill onto JPP, and I think that's pretty much it at this point in time. Team is going to fall behind slightly, but not enough to really put them at risk. H2O realizing that he doesn't have enough damage to really contest on a Gal for now. He's probably going to need that second item. That Berserker's Fury is going to be extremely helpful for him to really pierce through the amount of armor that Anagal actually has.
Yeah, and just seeing how they can actually translate this very well. 2 kills already on the Lunox and another 2 on top of that Roger. So they don't really have to wait too late to actually get some of all these item spikes. So that's great news for TERCEMAR, but they may look to punish because the rest of team, they're just making sure that they establish a little bit more of a pressure over on the mid side as well as side lane. 40 seconds on the clock. Next turtle coming up just real soon. But when it comes down to the next team fight, I'm just looking at Renjay. He needs to find a little bit more opening for that Blaze duet to actually come right by. The last few fights, not exactly in the right place at the right time, but hopefully by then, Renjay should be well prepared.
Renjay, he's been farming hard, and especially with the Avarice and the Sun matchup, what's great about it is that even the doppelgangers give you that proc from the Avarice to get that extra bit of gold. So Renjay, he's going to be scaling super fast and getting a lot more gold than he usually does as long as he trades with Sun. Back on the top side, there, Anapolo's going full in onto H2O, who cannot figure out which is the real one. He tries to go for it. Can he actually pull it off? Anapolo manages to hold on strong.
Oh boy, and look at well, H2O, he still has lifesteal available, so even if you're heading on towards a clone or so, at least you're getting something out of it. You won't be chunked out, but looking at the turtle, it's going to be given over to TERCEMAR. Last and sound, he pops. There goes Dougie. He goes down. Well, Papa gets his very first hit of the game, and has already got 4 assists, being in majority of all these team fights. Renjay trying to actually steal the buff away. Belos and the rest of them should be able to respond. H2O will be the one that will be walking out there. So let's see if this is going to be picked onto the Sakai.
With a 1,000 pounder, not really, but Aaron getting a good chunk on the Anabai, but unfortunately no Yin Yang overturn to really seal the deal on that one. But don't worry, if we look on over to the economy, Team is actually not that far, so fret not, Filipino fans, despite the 7-1 score.
Yeah, and one good team fight definitely could have actually changed the pace. I guess DC taking real good chunks of the health bar coming from AKOSI Dogie. And I think that he doesn't really have too much items in the back, but oh boy, here comes the flank.
Okay, there we go. Power Nature's already coming out, even the Wild Rush as well. The Steel Tempest is going to go on, trying to get onto that Roger. Can't seem to protect him from under the turn, but Anapolos is there to rotate and actually thwart them away, pushing them back in towards their turret side. But if you look top, Renjay, he's continuing to split push, sets up the battle mirror image. They should be able to get this in time, but H2O just there for security. 1 auto attack off. Here we go.
Guess you just have to buy a little more time. You can even leave it as that. Bagas is going to be cutting off the exit point alongside with Papa. I guess this flag will come in, placing to what? Drop right through. He might just be able to take Papa down, but no, he goes down. Here comes the killing spree. Meanwhile, the rest of team, they try to respond. And Scott goes down as well, and he will try to use the wall charge just to make an escape. But Aaron, he gets blown off as well. 11-3 is the score to Chima now, having such a clean wipe.
Bolo's just doing it again yesterday with the Saber, just making it difficult for whoever's in the lane. But now, not even the assassins from the side, the jungle assassin Ling can take him out. Not even Kagura with a yin-yang overturn can take him out. He's just so slippery.
Oh, man. This is so exciting to watch to me because I expect a whole lot coming in from team, and yes, they are offering a lot, but Tajima just matching in terms of the aggression, and now that they are also taking over great control of the majority of the portion of the map, 10 minutes into game, and yes, it was only like 3,000 to 4,000 goal. We just really have to see when it comes down to the next itemization that will definitely help Demon Undersword as well as the well, what was that item again?
The War Axe. The War Axe.
Yes, exactly. It's being already purchased out there, so expect a whole lot more blows to be pushed out.
Oh man, this is a tough decision to make for TERCEMAR because they are losing their objectives. However, Adon on towards that bottom side, they are looking to try and get the tier 2 at the same time. But here comes a full engagement. Renegade coming in with the blazing to it onto. He can't stop this, not anymore. And H2O, he finds an opportunity to try to break through, but it's just doppelgangers off the doppelgangers. Hanabai finally showing up with the darkening. He flickers on out of there. He doesn't have the brilliance, but Bonds actually takes him out. Bagas DC? Question mark? Wow, what a play. Taking out S-God and H2O at the same time.
Wow, just response after response, just seeing how team just throwing bodies at them, but not really getting anything out of it this time. I don't know how long can the Kagura take, but I guess he's already given up, especially when the Hurricane Dancers were pinning him to the wall. Meanwhile, Renegade does get a little bit more room to escape, just for the fact that TERCEMAR has already thrown everything. And that's where they also get themselves the first war.
Yeah, and so far it's working out really, really well for TERCEMAR. They are 5k ahead. It's a very comfortable lead, but not so much that they can ensure that they win every single one of their team fights. Now, let's see whether or not they can get this pick. Renegade takes it back, leaving Escott by himself. Wild Charge comes on out of that, and here comes a Lycan strike. Oh no, the turnaround on Papa. He quickly uses his ult, but it's not good. H2O, he does find the trade on that kill. Renegade ends up dying at the same time. Aaron saving the life of his jungler. And you can say Japi, he's waiting for the opportunity to turn this around, but Lord is going to be knocking on their doors. All the tier 2s are in risk. H2O, he may be fast, but he doesn't have the energy to jump to safety no more.
Is it over already? Because I'm looking at the TERCEMAR, they're just playing this absolutely clean game. They're not even giving all too much room. They're just forcing this chokehold and forcing team to eventually tap out. They're already hitting the hit over on the mid side. All they needed was just a hit onto Renegade on a bite. Oh my goodness! They get the kill as well. This looks pretty bad. And the rest of team, they slowly falter down. And this might just be game with the sun also pushing over the top side.
Oh, but he doesn't have a wave. Oh wait, no, he does. He does have a wave. He needs to quickly throw out his doppelgangers. Aaron, he knows what he does. He pushes out, and he pushes out the siege minion away to take away that backdoor protection. To ensure the backdoor protection.
Whoa.
I mean, this game is really intense.
It is. I'm trying to gather my breath than my taunts itself, just seeing how, rotations after rotations, TERCEMAR knows what exactly they're doing, and the minimum manipulation is perfect, on point.
Yeah, they know how to time it well. Anapapa, unfortunately, needing to waste his flicker to get on out of there. If not, he would be putting himself at risk of giving a free kill over to Team so far, and especially with the score, the shutdown would be very much useful. And by purchasing the Holy Crystal as well, those are very, very big buys from the TERCEMAR. If Team can survive just a little bit longer, they need to get to the 42k mark, allowing Renegade to finish off his builds, and more importantly for H2O to get back into this game.
Now, I guess all the possibilities
possibly do is to find one mistake to turn this one around. Papa does have the Hurricane Dance. He utilizes it, and that's where Anabai will get another stash of gold. 6 kills already for the Lunox. Now looking for number 7 as well. He gets bonus smearing, and now already hitting out towards the base. Can they actually defend it though?
No,
I
they
guess
can't.
not.
Not with Sun. Look at Sun absolutely shred that crystal. Oh my goodness. You just need a couple of minions around and the